ancient planets, and the ever-evolving solar system. Have you ever wondered how we came to know the solar system the way we do today? What if I told you that there was a time when our solar system was thought to contain 19 planets, and that we once believed there were 11 ancient planets that have since vanished? So, what happened to these mysterious planets, and why do we now only recognize 8 planets? This is a story that spans centuries of scientific discovery, exploration, and changing perspectives. A story that challenges everything we thought we knew about our cosmic neighborhood. Today, we're going to uncover the mysteries of these long-forgotten planets and explore the curious history behind the classification of our solar system. But first, let's go back to a time before Pluto was discovered, when the solar system was a very different place in the eyes of astronomers. The solar system in the early 1800s, astronomers believed there were 19 planets in our solar system. Yes, 19. But this was not a miscalculation. It was based on a different understanding of what constitutes a planet. You see, the asteroid belt, that ring of rocky bodies we now know lies between Mars and Jupiter, was once considered a collection of planets. At the time, these objects were unknown. They seemed to be wandering through space, just like the planets. So astronomers assumed they were planets in their own right. It wasn't until later that we realized these objects were not planets at all. Instead, they were a distinct category of space rock, asteroids. But if these were not planets, what happened to the other 11? And how did our solar system go from having 19 planets to just 8? Pluto, a planet no more. Let's begin with the most famous of the planets that no longer count in our solar system today, Pluto. When Pluto was discovered in 1930, it was immediately hailed as the 9th planet of the solar system. For decades, Pluto was treated like the little oddball planet, the distant icy world far out in the solar system. But in the early 2000s, scientists made a groundbreaking discovery that would change everything we knew about Pluto. The discovery of other objects in the Kuiper belt, beyond Neptune, forced scientists to reconsider what qualifies as a planet. What was once a lonely, far-off world was now revealed to be part of a vast region filled with icy bodies and dwarf planets. And with this realization, the International Astronomical Union, IAU, made a controversial decision in 2006. Pluto, along with other similar objects, was reclassified not as a planet but as a dwarf planet. The redefinition of planets. But wait, the story doesn't end with Pluto. You see, Pluto's demotion was part of a larger shift in the way we understand the solar system. When scientists began to study the objects beyond Neptune more closely, they found a host of similar bodies: Eris, Haumea, Makemake, and others. These objects are roughly the size of Pluto, or even larger, and they too reside in the same distant region of space. This discovery raised an important question. What makes a planet a planet? And why are these bodies not considered planets? The answer is surprisingly simple. The IAU decided that for a body to be considered a planet, it must meet 3 criteria. 1. It must orbit the Sun. 2. It must be massive enough for its gravity to pull it into a roughly spherical shape. 3. It must have cleared the neighborhood around its orbit, meaning it has become gravitationally dominant in its region of space. The curious case of the lost planets. So, here's the catch. Pluto, along with many of its distant cousins, failed the 3rd criterion. While Pluto and the other dwarf planets orbit the Sun and are spherical in shape, they share their orbital regions with other objects in the Kuiper belt. This means that they haven't cleared their paths like the inner planets, such as Earth or Mars, which dominate their orbits. But this decision wasn't universally accepted. For many, Pluto remains a planet in their hearts. And while the scientific community continues to classify Pluto as a dwarf planet, the emotional connection people feel towards it speaks volumes about our desire to understand and connect with the cosmos. But let's step back even further. In the 1800s, the idea of planets wasn't as rigid as it is today. In fact, the 19-planet system was a reflection of how scientists viewed our solar system structure at the time, the evolution of planetary science. At this point in history, astronomers were only beginning to understand the true layout of the solar system. The planets known at the time were Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, all giants beyond Earth's orbit. But they also had to account for the mysterious, small objects in the asteroid belt. These objects, which were initially considered planets, were later recognized as being vastly different from the larger planets. They were much smaller and did not have the characteristics that defined a planet. So, over time, astronomers began to revise their understanding of what constitutes a planet. The asteroid belt was now officially classified as a collection of asteroids, not planets, and gradually, the number of planets in our solar system shrank to the 8 we recognize today: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. A tale of discovery and revision. Some of these ancient planets may have been part of a theory that predated the discovery of the asteroid belt. Back then, scientists had not yet developed the technology to explore the outer regions of space. Their theories were based on the limited knowledge they had at the time, and as our understanding of the solar system grew, we began to see that many of these planets were actually just small, rocky bodies scattered throughout space. Thus, the number of recognized planets dwindled, and we settled on the 8 planets we know today. The cosmic puzzle. So, what can we learn from all this? The history of our solar system is a tale of discovery, mystery, and revision. What we once thought were 19 planets was just a glimpse into the complexity of our cosmic neighborhood. The planets we recognize today are a testament to our evolving understanding of the universe, and every discovery brings us closer to the truth of what lies beyond our home planet. The solar system, in all its vastness and complexity, holds secrets we have yet to uncover. And who knows? Perhaps one day, we'll discover new worlds that will challenge our very understanding of what it means to be a planet. For now, we can only marvel at the wonders of our solar system and continue to explore the mysteries that lie in the stars. Thank you for joining us on this cosmic journey. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.